Hi there. I am here still at our headquarters, and you can see it just got dark outside. It's 8:30, 8:45 maybe here. And I'm here late because we're running a workshop tonight. So Krista's running a session next door right now, and I had a quick break. So I wanted to share something with you here, an amazing planning framework that we have been using for ourselves here at Basic Finance, the different businesses that we run, and also for our members in the Clever Bunch, in the Genius Bunch. And it's an epic framework to use right now to plan for 2021. And a lot of businesses do their planning, and they do hopefully sit down and plan what they want to achieve in the new year or in the new quarter. But a lot of these plans sort of fall flat. And I think it's because there's often a lack of how to do a really good plan. So this framework works really well. It's worked for our members. It's worked for ourselves too. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to share it with you to help you. And then we can also make these worksheets available for you if you want them to download. So there are four parts to it. Sorry, my language is a little bit, I've had a long day here. But hey, let's try. So the first part is reviewing your last year. And especially if you use this plan for an entire year, I would take it in the reviewing part. I would take your notebooks from 2020, your calendar, anywhere where you've written down your thoughts, look through that. So what I did is I just took my notebooks and I looked through my notebooks and I wrote down what are some lessons that I learned, what are some lessons, what are some successes, what are some failures, what are some patterns that you have noticed in 2020. What did you learn from your failures and what did you learn from the year in general? So first, review. And then the second part, once you've done a review, the second part you do is you then create your vision. So now you want to create your vision for 2021. And what I like is actually one of my friends, Cameron Herold. He calls it a vivid vision. And he's also got a book called Vivid Visions. And how he likes to do the visioning is to go into a place where you're undisturbed, maybe in nature, you don't get notifications on your phone, and you just start dreaming. And you do that in 3 to 5 years into the future, and you think about how will your ideal life and business look like? If it was perfect, how would it look like? What I suggest you do here for the next year's plan, let's just do 12 months in advance. We don't really know what's coming at us in the next 12 months, but we can definitely put together a vision for 2021. And so what I suggest you do is think about you're at the end of 2021. What would you like to have achieved? And how I like to do it is I like to do it in categories. And you have your own categories that are important to you, so feel free to add or get rid of some. But the ones that I've added here are family and relationships. So how does that look like? How does business look like? How do adventures, so what adventures would I like to have done? What do the finances look like? Health, how does my health and well-being look like? The impact, what kind of impact have I been able to make? How have I evolved? Evolution. You might add your own bits too. Some of our members, they add stuff they would like to buy, like tools, toys that they like to buy. So you do this in categories. And when you do it, write it as if it had already happened. Write it as if it had already happened. So for example, in terms of adventures, I would write here, I have done at least one amazing adventure per month. I have gone to Europe. I have ridden my motorbike through South America. So, right now, unfortunately, I don't really know how many adventures overseas I will be able to do next year, but you get the idea, right? The next thing you then do, part number 3, is you now strategize. You now strategize your vision. So how will you achieve that vision that you have created? And I quickly do want to share something with you. There's a difference between putting an end goal onto each of these categories and putting a habit onto these categories. So for example, when it comes to, I'll give you the most straightforward example and also the reason why most people never achieve their New Year's resolutions. So let's say someone has a goal when it comes to health. Their goal is to lose 12 kilos by the end of the year. So their specific action, their specific strategy is to lose 1 kilo per month. But that's not super helpful. I mean, it's helpful to a certain extent, but what would be more helpful is to actually add the action steps to get there. For example, they might write that they are in their strategy here, they're going for a run 3 times a week, or they're working out for 30 minutes a day, 5 times per week. So you want to add a habit, a process to achieve your visions. Make sense? Now, the last part then, so once you've put together your strategy and you just put specific actions you can do, let's say one of your visions, you're in the step number 2, the vision was to double the revenue of your business. That's what you have achieved at the end of 2021. How will you get there? So what are the specific actions you need to take to get there? Maybe you need to hire 1 salesperson. Maybe you need to make 10 prospect calls per day. Maybe you need to learn how to do better marketing to attract better customers. So what are some of the specific actions you're going to do to get to your vision? Cool. And then the last part is finalizing your vision and putting it onto a 1-pager. And everyone has a slightly different way of putting the summary together. Some people in our program, in the Clever Bunch, on the Genius Bunch, just went online and they just Googled their dream vision for different categories and then printed that picture and put that on their plan. Some people just drew it out and made a 1-pager that looks appealing to them. I like to draw, so I like to create my 1-page summary with little drawings on it. I'm not like amazing at drawing, but I just like to draw things and create symbols for me. And some people just do it electronically and then print it out. So you do it however it works for you. And that is it. That is your planning framework. We will make these sheets available for you too, so you can download it. And you know, I was just laughing. I saw we have an internal joke here with our branding. I'll show you quick behind the scenes with our branding team here. We call each other nerds. So there's a very special message here behind on one of these sheets, which is quite funny. That's it. Thank you again, as always, for being here, for being so supportive. This year has been even more amazing in terms of how supportive everyone has been of each other. So it's just been nice to see that, and I really appreciate that. And before I lose my voice, thank you for being here. If you know someone who would benefit from this, feel free to share it with them. We definitely get very excited when you share our resources with other people, because the more people we can support, the more people we can touch, the more we're fulfilling our mission to support people around the world. All right, see you soon. Bye.